Boundaries are meaningless if you do not follow through on enforcing them. Boundaries aren't about control, they are about protecting the relationship and your emotional safety. Remember, a boundary isn't just what you say, it is what you will do if that line is crossed. So boundaries are essentially the rules of engagement for a safe, healthy relationship. So if you are continually restating a boundary without actioning the consequence of that boundary being crossed, you're unintentionally teaching people that your comfort is negotiable. Now, enforcement of a boundary doesn't have to be this big dramatic event. Enforcing a boundary is about matching the level of response to the level of the violation. So an example of a light boundary, it might be that you don't want to talk about politics with someone because you have two differing views. So you tell them that you don't want to talk about politics, they bring it up again, you may redirect the conversation, and if they keep bringing it up, you may end the conversation. Now, a moderate boundary might be something that you are genuinely uncomfortable with and they keep doing it. So if someone's violating a more moderate boundary, it may be ending a conversation or withdrawing slightly from the connection, but letting them know why you're doing it. I have repeatedly told you I do not want to engage in this type of conversation. I don't like it when you do that. You keep doing it, so I need to step away. And I have told you that that is what I'm going to do. And if you want to re-engage, these are the rules of engagement, i.e. your boundary. Now, with a more significant boundary, this is where someone might be repeatedly ignoring a boundary, or they are being quite disrespectful, emotionally unsafe, whatever it is. This may be reducing the level of contact and access that they have to you, and this might be on a more permanent or long-term basis. Now, a final boundary can come if there have been repeated violations of previously stated boundaries, or if there is a boundary violation that puts your emotional or physical health at risk. Now, a final boundary is completely okay to enact, and this may be completely ending a relationship. This may be a romantic relationship, it might be a friendship, it might be a professional relationship. But if someone is repeatedly violating a boundary and you have stated it time and time again, and they are not respecting that, the way that you can respect yourself is to enforce that boundary. Now, I know it can be a lot easier said than done, talking about boundaries, talking about enforcing boundaries, especially for those of us that have a history of relational trauma. Even knowing what our boundaries are can be quite difficult, let alone enforcing them. The fear that many of us can have when it comes to speaking up and enforcing a boundary, it can be quite overwhelming. So this is where even that tiered response that I've explained is a good approach into this. Gentle statement of a boundary, and then it may be a more forceful statement, and if someone continues to ignore a boundary and not respect it, it is okay to end that relationship, because at the end of the day, if they are not respecting your boundaries, they are not respecting you. It is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it will get and the easier it will get.